welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be just talking through this photographer match that I had in rank. So we see the cameras, everyone starts hiding. I got the top broken spawn, so I am pretty sure I'm gonna get found. It's not a very easy spawn to hide in, you know. I'll waste like a few of his seconds by hiding, but really he's gonna find me. And since I'm a perfumer and can perfume back damage, he is going to go ahead and pick me up and take me around, see if he can find any other survivors. So he's walking around, and at this point everyone's on different ciphers and decoding. I kind of stayed around the top broken area because usually hunters will leave the area where they found the first survivor so that they can find others and end up chairing them somewhere far away. So I was kind of around mid broken, close to top broken, and I didn't actually perfume the damage because I was expecting to get chaired. It was kind of my mistake, and here I'm sneaking around. He doesn't have full presence yet, so he can't track me with his card trick. And I didn't really want to get kite because I assumed he would have blink and would be able to down me quickly, but he actually had teleport and teleported to the priestess's portal. She went through, so she didn't take any damage, and he has to go find someone else. So he's walking around. I'm hoping that someone can heal me. But I'm not as worried anymore because I know he has teleport instead of blink. So he's going to be easier to kite because I don't really have to worry about the blink. So here he finds the enchantress and starts chasing her. She takes a hit, but he ends up going to the camera as an enchantress, especially when she has stuns. Against a photographer with no blink, it's a lot easier for her to kite. So he goes to the photo world, gets her image, and decides to carry her around, chair her maybe, and see if he can find any other survivors. So here he walks to reception where, if I'm not wrong, it's the Merc decoding, I think. Puts down here, yeah, and terror shocks the Merc off the cipher. Is a very good jump scare right there. And now the enchantress is going to get chaired in Mirror World, and the mercenary is down, so we have 2 people down right now, basically. The moment the camera world ends, the mercenary will go down. So priestess was nearby. I think he tried to get a hit on her, wasn't able to, and she's going to go for the first save. I did get healed in that time, so I'm just decoding. I don't have tied, I think, this match, if I'm not wrong. So the priestess goes for the save. She gets hit far out, but she does make the save, luckily. And the photographer decides to chase after her. A priestess is an easier chase than a mercenary, especially now that she's used up all of her portals, and she's in reception. And reception's not a great kiting area, whereas the Merc still had 3 or 4 elbow pads, I think. So the priestess goes down, and I'm the only one uninjured. It's a photographer, and there's 4 ciphers remaining. So I'm like, alright, I'm a perfumer. I can perfume damage. I should go in, make that rescue, since I was the only one uninjured until the enchantress got healed. And neither of us, I think, have tied. So I go in for the rescue. I perfume the hit, and I actually mess up really bad here because I came early enough, but I started getting really nervous with his emoting because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull off in time if he swung after the emote, because I was scared that I wouldn't notice it. And so I did end up, unfortunately, saving after half. I go into camera world here so that if he does down me, I waste more time. He does go back to the priestess, and unfortunately I saved after half, so she does leave the game. I felt really bad. I mean, I totally could have had that save, but I just got too nervous that I'd mess it up. He teleports to the cipher, and he has card tricks, so he knows where I am, and if he wants to, he can chase me, but he doesn't. I think he does end up chasing me here, since I'm the only one injured, actually. Yeah, so the Enchantress is decoding in middle, and I'm the one that gets the kite since I'm injured, and it's going to be really hard for him to chase an Enchantress who has 4 out of 5 stacks. So I just take him away from the cipher and start kiting. I'm a perfumer with broken windows. Even if I'm injured, it's a photographer. I'm pretty confident in kiting him since, you know, he doesn't have blink, so he doesn't really have anything he doesn't really have any chase ability other than his fast pallet breaking speed, I guess. So I'm just kiting, trying to waste time so that the ciphers get done. We were at 4 ciphers and 2 of them get done. I just barely don't get hit there, and I transition towards Shack. Again, I'm just trying to buy time, and then I realize he's taking a picture. I ping that he switched targets, and I go and try to decode. So now we're down to 1 cipher, and the photographer wants to disrupt our cipher rush and get some people injured and down, hopefully. So he finds the Enchantress at the cipher that she already popped at middle, and terror shocks the mirror image, chairs her, goes to check on a cipher, but no one's there. So I actually know where he is. I've been checking in photo world and paying attention to the marks where it shows the chair. So I try to stay nearby because I know he has teleport. So I know that so I realize he teleported there, so I go towards there. I know he has teleport, so I know I can kite him. So I try to bait his card trick, and I want him to chase me, because I don't want him to find the Enchantress who's downed currently, because I don't really want to have any risks with that. So I spun around by the window for a long time, because I knew he was ready to card trick until he would put it down. And I just take the kite again, and I'm trying to stall time. I saw where the Enchantress was downed across the map and just decided to kite towards mid-broken, since she was far away there. I get a pallet stun, and I just keep looping around pallets, running around, transitioning, trying to keep my distance from him and stall as much time as I can for them to finish the last cipher. So I'm just kiting. He's trying to mind game me. I'm trying to mind game him. I get another pallet stun. I keep running away. Here I realize he's not after me, so I ping that the hunter switches targets because I know he's probably taking a picture. And I drop the pallet to try to get his attention back on me because I want to keep kiting. I want to keep distracting him and taking the time to give them time to decode. But he does teleport away. The merc heard the teleport and left his cipher. So he doesn't get the terror shock on the merc, but he does get his mirror image, downs that, and decides to chair it. So right now we're just at 1 last cipher, and we're trying to get that done as soon as we can. And that's really the only issue here. And so the photographer is guarding this cipher. I'm pretty sure I'm still across the map. The Enchantress is pinging, trying to make sure that we're aware of where the hunter is or where they're going. So now the photographer is going around hoping that he can find the merc, which he does. And merc ends up getting chaired in basement. Photographer in basement is really difficult to rescue from at times simply because of how fast his attack recovery is, and his hitbox is really not bad. I definitely can't go even if the cipher's primed because I'm injured, so the Enchantress pings for me so that I would go to the right cipher. So I run over to the cipher, try to find it. I find the wrong cipher at first. I find the one that's by the dungeon location at Backgate, and I realize the other one's probably closer. So I move over, I go find the cipher, and I thought he teleported to me for a moment there, and I got a little confused. But I do get to the cipher. The Enchantress gets hit, and I popped the cipher very late, but thankfully he wasn't next to the merc yet. So we're doing alright. The photographer decides to go into the mirror world and chair the Enchantress's mirror image. And hope that, since the mercenary's mirror image is still down, and obviously no one's gonna go into basement to rescue the mirror images or anything, he's hoping that he can get 2 people down and either tie or win this match. But I'm at Backgate since that's where the cipher was popped. Enchantress died on top of dungeon actually, and merc just made it out the gate. So we did end up winning this match. So I hope this helps people understand kind of how to play against photographers a little better. I definitely made some mistakes that game, but the thing with photographer is that while he has a lot of control at times, the survivors also have a lot of control over what he can do. You can bait his card trick to force him to go onto you and to make it a lot harder for him to find a downed survivor. If you're the one closest to him, he's going to keep card tricking, but it's going to keep pointing back to you, and eventually he's just going to decide, okay, I have to chase this person because I don't know where the downed survivor is and I can't find them while someone's lurking near me. So, yeah, there's a lot of different things to do, but I think that was kind of an interesting match, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's gonna be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.